So let's talk about one of the easiest things you could do for science, biology. So the library has a whole set of these kinds of books, and a lot of times you can find them leveled, and so you can just check these out and read them to your kids. I would just ask my kids like what they wanted to learn about that week, or sometimes I would do it through a whole unit. So like we could do desert animals and talk about scorpions and spiders, and then up through the mammals to the predators, and we could kind of talk about it in a food web or food chain kind of way. But when they were younger, I would just pick these up and read these every single day at lunch because my kids would fight at lunch. So then the next time we went through biology, I realized that I needed to make it a little bit more fun because it got to be old reading these every single day. So like for instance, for polar bears, I would have them put their hands in a bowl of cold ice water, and they're like, oh, it's so cold. And so then I have them put their hands in a Ziploc bag, and then they put that inside of another Ziploc bag that's got shortening spread all like really thick all around the whole bag. So you take all that and you put it in the cold water, and then they can see how fat layers help protect animals like polar bears from the extreme cold. And you can always find science experiments that go along with pretty much every animal. So for owls, you could get like owl pellets from a bird place. Like I know the World Bird Sanctuary here sells owl pellets. We've never done that yet where you dissect them and figure out what animals the owl ate. But you could like go to a place and observe owls. Butterflies, I've done one where you have them, have a bunch of cups of water or like Kool-Aid or whatever, and they can use a straw to suck it out, and then you can put Cheetos around that and make kind of like paper flowers. So then every time they stop to drink some, they get some of that cheesiness on their fingers, and so then they take it from flower to flower, so it kind of shows them about pollination. When I did it with my kids when they were really little, I would actually take big tubs and build a crepe paper flower around it with pool noodles for the stamens, and then stick in cheese balls with toothpicks all in there, and then I'd put colored water down in the bottom, and they could sit there and pull it out with a big water squirter. And so then they would take that and fill up an egg carton, and so it was kind of showing them the same thing, kind of more elaborate though. And then if you didn't want to have to try to find books every week, you could just get a big set like this. This is DK Nature Encyclopedia, and it goes through all the organisms. It has plants and animals and fungi, and you could just read a little bit every single week, and it's got great pictures. And so that's just a really easy way to get science done. So there you have it. It's not a big deal.